Ever since I started covering the case of missing girl SummerWells, I have suspected that her father, DonWells, is a psychopath. Now, over the last year, I've watched and listened to hours and hours of DonWells talking rubbish. A lot of what Don has said and done leads me to believe that he is a psychopath, and this is why. Psychopathy is a neuropsychiatric disorder that is marked by deficient emotional responses, poor behavioural controls, and lack of empathy, commonly resulting in persistent antisocial deviance and criminal behaviour. So considering Don's very lengthy criminal history and the fact that he's currently in jail, and also don't forget what he did to his 5-year-old stepsister. Clearly for Don, at age 12, he was a deviant. He has admitted to breaking the law numerous times when he was a teenager, and he's been in and out of cells his entire life. Often a psychopath can appear to be charming, but underneath the facade and the mask, they often lack empathy, they're often very, very callous, and they're very, very calculating. All of those things, I believe, describe DonWells to a T. Brain anatomy, genetics, and a person's environment may all contribute to the development of psychopathic traits. Traits such as glibness, superficial charm, pathological lying, a need for stimulation, and a very big proneness to boredom, a grandiose sense of self-worth. The person is often very manipulative and likes to con people. Think back to the phone call with Mary. That was very, very manipulative and very much of a con. Shallow affect, i.e. reduced emotional responses, a callous lack of empathy, a parasitic lifestyle. Now that definitely describes DonWells very well indeed. Poor behavioural controls, promiscuous sexual behaviour, early behavioural problems, a lack of realistic long-term goals, impulsivity, irresponsibility, failure to accept responsibility for one's own actions, juvenile delinquency, and criminal versatility. In other words, the person commits many types of different crimes. Now, often people mistake sociopaths for psychopaths and vice versa. The terms psychopath and sociopath are often used interchangeably, but a sociopath refers to a person with antisocial tendencies that are ascribed to social or environmental factors, whereas psychopathic traits are often thought to be much more innate. Both genetic and non-genetic causes likely play a role in shaping any person with antisocial traits. Also, people get confused between antisocial personality disorder and psychopathy, but it's not the same condition. A person can meet the criteria for antisocial personality disorder, which focuses largely on antisocial behaviors, without showing core traits associated with psychopathy. Psychopaths are thought to comprise just a fraction of people with antisocial personality disorder. Now, obviously, I cannot diagnose Don as a psychopath, but I've done so much research into psychopathy over the years, and I'm very, very knowledgeable about personality disorders. I have a copy of the DSM, which is here. The DSM is used by doctors all around the world to diagnose mental health conditions, and DSM stands for Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Health Disorders. I have found the book to be an invaluable tool, especially when looking into cases like Summers. There are so many different disorders in that manual, but Don definitely appears on a page where narcissists are mentioned. People can be a narcissist without being a psychopath, but you cannot be a psychopath without being a narcissist. So clearly DonWells is a narcissist, and in my opinion, he's also a psychopath. In life, it's best to stay clear of narcissists and psychos. I know and appreciate it's not always the person's fault that they've ended up with such a severe personality disorder. But if you do come across psychopaths and narcissists, especially psychos, run away, run far, far away, stay well away from them, because they'll manipulate you, they'll leech from you, they'll treat you like a bit of crap on their shoe. Had to stop myself from swearing there. And generally, they'll ruin your life. My advice to anybody that has a narcissist or a psycho in their life, get well away from them. Make your break if you can, and your life will be much better if you can get away from them. Candace clearly got away from Dom, her, in my opinion, psychopathic husband, because he's in jail. But what will happen when Don gets out of jail? Will it be a loving reunion for him and Candace? I doubt it. So guys, have you ever thought that Don is a psycho? Or is it just obvious to everybody as well as me? He's definitely a narcissist. I can't be fully certain about him being a psycho, but I do suspect that he is. And let me know if, like me, you think DonWells is a psycho.